Thank you once again, and thank you, colleagues. We have two more presentations. This next presentation has to deal with aging-friendly community designation, a proclamation presentation to Joel Lee and the Office on Aging. I thought I would provide a little bit of background, though. This is an effort that's been in the works for a few years now. With AARP, which has a national initiative called the AARP Network of Age-Friendly States and Communities. Any state, city, or county can join this network. And last year, Supervisor Washington, as chair of the board, signed a letter for Riverside County to become a member of this network. Being in AARP's age-friendly network is a commitment to improve our place as an age-friendly place to live, with AARP providing access to resources such as research, planning models, and best practices to become more age-friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard already our ongoing message on behalf of the county, and I presented it in the past in the 4th District, in which place matters. Where we live, our zip codes, the services we provide, programs, initiatives, it matters. And it's important that we obviously improve the quality of life for all our residents, no matter who they are or where they come from. And in this case, we're talking about our elderly. And I just want to say a big thank you to the Office on Aging, Jewel, and your entire team, because every single time I have a concern or an idea, you are there. And, you know, just recently we were in Ottawa, and we were providing, I think, iPads to folks and connecting them to the internet. I think I received like 20 hugs that day by the community members. You know, and they were just so happy. They were just so happy that we were there representing the county, but more than anything, providing them a resource. And I know you're everywhere. You know, I asked you to go out to Blythe, you are in Blythe. I asked you to come out to the community centers in the Coachella Valley, you are out there doing your work. So I just want to say thank you, and that's the reason why we're up here. I'm going to ask my colleagues if they have anything they'd like to add.
The aging is a population that most of us will get to eventually. Do you know what AARP stands for?
Yeah.
I passed that a while ago, guys. But in reality, we talk about the populations. And earlier we talked about our youth with DPSS. Now we're talking about the other end of the spectrum. We are all important individuals, but those that need is our future, which is our youth, and those that have set the foundation that all of us are living on. And so we need to focus on both ends of the spectrum and thank them and help them. So it's kind of both ends at the same time. So the emphasis is what I really enjoy about Riverside County is we look at the whole spectrum and not just picking and choosing, because each and every one of us in this room is important and we play a critical role in the lives of so many people. So if you're involved in either of these organizations, thank you for your service and for our future and remembering our past.
Thank you. And, you know, absolutely, you know, thank you to all of those groups and folks that help our elderly. You know, taking care of those, taking care of those that really have taken care of us is critical and very important. The Office on Aging with the county has over 27 programs, and I just want to just let people know that many of those programs are not even, sometimes you think that they're all related to income, but not all of them. So if you are in need of some support or some services, the Office on Aging with Riverside County does have a lot of great programs. And like Supervisor Perez mentioned, the tablet distribution that we were able to do throughout the county Riverside was very, very powerful for our seniors. And people were just so happy, so happy. So I just want to thank the staff, Jewel, and everyone there for all their hard work.
I don't mind taking care of him. I know. You know, I will share just a couple little anecdotes. I can appreciate what Supervisor Perez elaborated on about uh, passing out resources available for seniors. Last year and part of the end of 2023 as well, through my office, we hosted a series of health and safety forums for seniors so that we could show them resources that were available to them. But is there anyone, have you noticed how fast-paced technology has changed? Anybody notice that? Nobody noticed that. Technology is changing very quickly. And we realized through that interaction with seniors in our communities that it's great that we have a lot of resources available at the county, but if our seniors can't access them because of limited knowledge of technology that might be available, we can help them with that. So our intent this year is to do something similar to the health and safety forums, but do it for technology targeting seniors to show them how to get on the internet, how to get to our county websites. We're always broadcasting our web address, but if you don't have a device that can get you there, or that's a challenge for you, then you can't access the resources. My wife is largely responsible for me in this job because when I retired from Delta Airlines at 61, she says, you still need to be working. She had read, I know, wives get a bad rap that they just don't want you around the house. But I take a different look at it. I think she's looking out for my health, especially my mental health, staying engaged in the community. And so she pointed out an article she had read in the American Association of Retired People's magazine, AARP, that your most productive decades are actually your 60s and 70s. And for those who are thinking, wow, when I hit that age of 60, I'm going to retire and sit on the sofa and watch TV, you're going to die an early death. Um, that is not a pathway to longevity in life. The pathway is to stay active, to be engaged, have something meaningful in your life, and also don't be alone. You need at least 3 people in your life that you're very close to. In America, we average 1. If you had 0 in your life, and we learned this through Blue Zone studies, if you have 0 in your life, it's the equivalent of smoking a pack of cigarettes every day. That's what it takes off your life, living alone. So we want you to be aware of the resources and gain the knowledge that will give you longevity and a good life, and we're here to support that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I ask Jewel and her team to come on up, just very quickly, yesterday I was in Ranch Mirage, and we had a coffee with the supervisor, about maybe 40, 50 individuals. And there was a question around, Office on Aging and just initiatives. And one thing that was brought up was the concern around the fact that our youth need guidance, and we need more intergenerational efforts. Um, and why not, as opposed to the county obviously going out and doing these type of programs and initiatives, which is a great thing, don't get me wrong. But we have a lot of elderly that can volunteer, and they are in our community centers that are willing to go to our school sites and work with our youth when it comes to literacy, just when it comes to just understanding society, social issues, who they are, um, and being able to learn how to, for example, just the basic things like shaking someone's hand, seeing someone eye to eye. We have a lot of kids nowadays that unfortunately they're just on their phones and not necessarily paying attention to what's going on around them. So as we continue to move forward and we look at these type of programs, that's one thing that I like to make sure that we obviously connect, and that is the intergenerational efforts that need to take place within our youngsters and our elderly. I think they both would appreciate it eventually over the long term. So, Jewel, if you don't mind, please come up with your team. Give Jewel a round of applause, please. I see a Rachel Zaiden here as well.
Mr. Chair and members of the board, thank you so much for always supporting our seniors and making sure that their voices are seen, heard, and focused on. With us today, uh, so the designation of aging-friendly community is not easy, and it certainly is. It's a community effort. So wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for our partners, the departments and community leaders who are not in the room today. Know that this is your designation as well. The honor is yours because this is a reflection of our shared purpose in the County of Riverside. So I would like to go ahead and introduce Ben Haurigi from IHP and Rachel Zayden, AARP, to present the certificate to the County of Riverside. Thank you.
Good morning. Dr. Ben Howdige with Inland Empire Health Plan, and I'm the founding board chair of the Inland Coalition on Aging, who's been working for the past 3 years on an Inland Empire master plan for aging. 3 years ago, we decided to do what the state had done. Governor Gavin Newsom assembled a group of people and departments passionate about older adults, people with disabilities, and their caregivers to develop a state plan. Well, we did that here in the Inland Empire, and 2 weeks ago, we launched our Inland Empire Master Plan for Aging. Thanks to the support of the coalition members, the departments that are involved, and of course, the support of Board of Supervisors, we launched the Inland Empire Master Plan for Aging. And because of all that work, we are now being recognized by AARP, who's here to announce and share a proclamation with us, accepting Riverside County as an age-friendly community. I believe that deserves an applause to all of the supporters, the Board of Supervisors, Jewel Lee, the Director of the Office on Aging, and all of collaborative members that might be here in the room. Thank you so much for your work. Appreciate it. I'll turn it over to AARP, who will present the certificate.
Hi, everyone. Honorable supervisors and county staff, AARP is delighted to formally welcome the County of Riverside to the AARP network of age-friendly states and communities. As we all know, California's population is rapidly aging, and this trend is evident here in Riverside County. 1 in 5 of Riverside County's 2.5 million residents is age 60 or older, a population projected to grow by nearly 250% in the coming decades, according to the California Department of Aging. The demographic shift underscores the importance of preparing our communities to be more inclusive and supportive of older adults. By joining AARP's Age-Friendly Network and the World Health Organization's global network of age-friendly cities and communities, the County of Riverside is taking a significant step towards enhancing community livability for people of all ages and abilities. This initiative is not just about addressing the needs of older adults, it's about creating a community where everyone can thrive, regardless of age. As a member of the AARP network, the County of Riverside will embark on a 2-year planning process. This process will engage community residents and key stakeholders in efforts to improve the county's livability across 8 critical areas: outdoor spaces and buildings, transportation, housing, social participation, respect and social inclusion, and civic participation and employment. Sorry. And also community support and health services. To support these efforts, the County of Riverside will have access to a wealth of resources, including national and global research, planning models, best practices from around the world, and support from AARP and all of our aging experts. AARP applauds Riverside County's commitment to making the community a great place for all to live, work, play, and age in place. And we look forward to collaborating with you all. Welcome to the AARP network of age-friendly states and communities. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, although I'm the chair, I'm going to ask Supervisor Washington, as a former chair who signed that letter and sent that letter out, to accept this recognition.